Okay, so let's talk about the normal distribution. I'm sure you've had statistics, so this should be a refresher. As you look at this distribution, you know that one standard deviation is 68.26% of the curve, two standard deviations is 95.4, and three standard deviations is 99.74%. Mean is at zero standard deviations. In this case, we used 12.3% as the mean and 20% as a standard deviation. So this is our sample. It's very similar to the U.S. Large company stocks. At zero, we have 12.3%. So 68%, or 2/3 of the time, your returns are going to fall between negative 7.7 and 32.3. That's 12.3% plus or minus 20% standard deviation on each side. So 2/3 of the time you'll be between those numbers. If you go to 99% of the time, 99% of the time you'll be at three standard deviations. You'll be between negative 47 and positive 73.3. Well, 99% of the time, that's a very wide range, but you're really sure you'll be within that range. If you narrow it down at 2/3 of the time, 67% of the time, you'll be between negative 7 and 32. And of course, the two standard deviations, about 5% of the time, you'll be outside of 27 to 52. So you can see how standard deviations and mean variance comes into finance to give you some probabilities of how your return will do. So if you want to know what you'll do in a given year, in this case, if this is the market, you'll be within negative 7 to a plus 32. 2/3 of the time, that's where you'll be. And that's how normal distributions turn themselves into numbers you can count on with regard to finance. And then all of the statistical calculations can all come and stem from this distribution. For example, the return of large company stocks from 1926 to 2009 is 20.5. Standard deviation can be interpreted as follows. If the stocks are approximately normally distributed, which is a big if, the probability that a return will fall between 20.5% of a mean of 11.8 will be approximately 2/3. So if your mean is 11.8, between plus or minus 20%, return will be happen 2/3 of the time. That'll give you a little comfort for how wide your portfolio might swing. Now, clearly, you can come up with this mean distribution based on all kinds of different portfolios, and that's what we're going to work on next, is how to calculate that mean variance to be able to get that curve. So stay tuned and brush up on your statistics, because here we go.